in the pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. And if you wanna be a chef, then I say cook it up. And if you wanna be the champ, well I say hook it up. Cause I can never tell you what you can't be. Yes I can, see a failure is something you can't be. Plus, I get you a shuttle if you feel that you need space. The sky's the limit, get you wings for your birthday. Whatever makes you happy, if you like it, then I love it. Turning nothing into something, I'm all in and I ain't bluffing. I'm who you got when the world ain't got your back, man. I pull over when life puts you in the fast lane. I'm in your corner like Bandini, if you tumble, I'd tell you like him. Rumble, young man, rumble, see. Some women go cause I ain't make them happiest. But who am I to impede on somebody's happiness? I guess I learned a lot by going with the flow of things. You fight the current like salmon, we die and go insane. That's why I stay up in my lane, just be a lyricist. And yes, I'm multifaceted, but not omnipotent. And what I do know is we all gon' have a path to take. And I won't be the one that's standing in somebody's way. There ain't no perfect life or perfect way to get success. But there's a perfect way to take the time to be yourself. And you gon' find it when you find it, ain't no rushing that. Too many you running this rat race, how many gon' just relax? Your life ain't just about money, Jesus ain't die rich. Neither did Martin Luther, Gandhi, or Malcolm X. And one say life gon' constantly change, so don't get stuck in one space, you won't be open for things.
What's going on, everybody? We're going to get into a topic that I think needs a little bit discussion. So, it might hurt a few feelings. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I hope not. But from where I sit, man, social media is just for broken people a lot of times because that's what's entertaining. So what I see a lot is people being being entertained by what's going on. And since they're entertained by what's going on, you gravitate to that. That's your algorithm. And people gravitate to salacious stuff. So what you see, for time and time again, I've seen people who are really just out of pocket. But being out of pocket is entertaining for people. People like to watch the train wreck. It's like watching a fight or watching NASCAR. I am under the weather, It's like watching a fight, You watching a fight to see somebody get knocked out. So you watching, sometimes you watch people's social media to see them crash out. People watching NASCAR for the wreck, which is sadistic in my opinion, but that's what they watch it for, right? To see a huge wreck in a car blow up or something. And that's what social media is to me. It's exactly that. And people don't want to say, oh, well, why am I actually enjoying this? And why do I keep gravitating to this? Because for years, people say, when people give you the stuff that you claim to be looking for in life, people don't gravitate to it. And it's like, of course they're not. It's never going to happen. People like being broken, and people like watching people who are more broken than them crash out. People are not trying to see people successful. Think about it. People don't want to see people happy and productive. That's not what they want. They want to see somebody who, let's just say, is a regular person who doesn't really have a talent in some way, shape, or form, sell themselves out in social media and make themselves a heel. So that's a wrestler term for a bad guy. So let me just do something crazy. Why you think y'all people on Instagram looking for sex? You know, why you think people advertising sex on Instagram? Because they broken and looking for attention. Why you think some of people's favorite content creators do some of the most outlandish things that don't even make sense? They're viral, they're controversial, and some people look up to people who do the most ignorant stuff. It's because, yeah, man, you know, because people like that. They want to see somebody broken, you know, have an opinion. That's what happens when you listening to, you know, when you see musicians on social media and their music is really rivaling their social media. You know why that is? Because, hey, people want to see the crash out. People want to see their favorite artist high as a kite and doing the most dumb stuff, just throwing away their quote unquote chance at life. That's why. That's why. Think about the young brother, um, Travis Hunter, and his girlfriend. I don't even know if they still together. I know he had to cancel his social media for a second. And what's the reason to make him look bad? What's the reason for the guy to start selling hoodies? With him with a Heisman Trophy on the back. You know what I'm saying? And a picture of him and his girl in the video. Yeah, man. Let let's make the most of this moment by embarrassing this. That's what that is. There's no difference from from basketball wives, housewives. It is now they got the wags the richest thing. You know what I'm saying, on Netflix. What is that? It's just people, you know, Cardi B being famous. It's just people who are on social, who use their relationships to be part of media and social media and just act a complete utter fool and just be a train wreck everywhere they go. And people tune in every week for this nonsense, right? Broken people make social media entertaining. You want to see a good experiment, good social experiment? Get on Amazon Prime and watch Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, I don't know if it's a game, Mr. Beast games. I think the Beast games. The goal is to give somebody $5 million, but nobody knows the rule. But you'll see how people are manipulative and playing games. And when you see people who are good-hearted people trying to do the right thing, what what's more entertaining in a social experiment? Watching people be snakes. But the interesting part about that social experiment is sometimes when you're a snake, it gets put on Front Street. Normally, that's not what happens. You know, when you see all of these shows, give me one second, I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm under the weather. Taking it for take this into consideration with the whole thing going on with Ace Metaphor. People, that was a whole train wreck about to happen anyways. People knew something was gonna go left, but that's what makes it entertaining, right? How long are people gonna pay for this wisdom wrapped up in a train wreck? That's what this is about. Because broken people make social media entertaining. And you can say it as a stereotype, you know, whether it's true or not true, because me being in the black manosphere, for some people, it was the who hurt you space. We just broken guys talking about being broken, bitter black men, kind of, right? But somehow it became entertaining. But it really wasn't entertaining because everybody got shadow banned. So let me just say that, so that's a whole nother story. But so was the pink pill, divesting, black women who don't like black men and like white guys, but when you hear people's commentary, it sounds like a bunch of broken people on social media, but it's entertaining. But then you see these people just come out of the blue, you know, they just come out of the blue saying the same thing. Donovan says at a certain point, the conversation has to evolve. The conversation can't evolve if the people don't, though. And why would the people evolve if they're just here for the show, to give a show, to get some views? That's why these conversations haven't evolved. You've seen the same type of people recycle themselves, different ages, same ages over the last 5 to 10 years. But it's one thing that everybody has in common. People are just broken. But that's the same thing with the divestors. Broken people talking about relationships. When you see, the whole issues with the political, whether it's on the liberal side or the conservative side, what I see is a bunch of broken people using, politics to push their broken agendas on social media because it's entertaining. That's what I've seen. You got people on social media who um, live the rebellious criminal life, and they're on social media, using that as a platform to get uh, um, to make money in life that they couldn't because they probably caught a felony and they can't get a regular job, or they don't want to do construction or uh, trucking or stuff like that. So hey, guess what? We got a bunch of people who are criminals and ex gangbangers and pimps and prostitutes on social media telling their story. There's channels out here, just talking to homeless people about what they went through, and people just love seeing it. It's broken people. It's interesting for some people. It couldn't, some of those people like it couldn't be me. Even um, even with the pro black community, you got people who are, they're pro. They're not pro black because they're pro black. They became broken people, and then they became pro black. So the whole pro black shtick is dysfunctional and entertaining. That's why you had, you know, uh, all of the issues, even with that. What is oh boy, they got locked up recently. The guys before him, the fights, the drama, the beef, the we pro black, but we gonna get at it, and it's a whole battle rap aspect to it, or it's just broken. Even the other part. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Even the other part where you got people who decided that they didn't want to pay attention in school, and now they're mentally broken, and now they're looking for, the information that makes them, oh my God, like I'm smarter than everybody now. The earth is flat. It's like, oh, okay. This what we doing? Because I at least gotta seem smart in some way. You got the religious people, you know. Yeah, I was about to get to that. You got the religious people, from God to Allah, you know, to just spirituality to the Anunnaki. It's just like a bunch of broken people. Using social media to feel better about themselves. That's why you have these videos all the time where, they have the quote unquote inspirational music in the background to inspire you to make you feel better and make you want to do something. And you could do something magical if you just one day just turned on a video and you heard some, you know, nice music in the background and somebody saying something in a rough tone and it's gonna get you to change your life. And it's like, hey, listen, it's catering to broken people, you know. That's just what it is, and it's entertaining. But the interesting thing about it is, to me, is people don't want to admit that's what that's what they're gravitating to. You know, that's what people are gravitating to the entertainment, and they go, "Nah, it's not me." Yes, it's you. See, don't nobody know your algorithm but you and the people that you're subscribed to and watch. They that's who you know your algorithm, these websites know your algorithm, and these content creators know what you like. So now, you know, people play to you, and people don't want to say, "Yeah, I'm broken. I, just- I ain't stupid." You got a gang of single people online doing the most to get attention, and you got a gang of people, in a city and in different cities and states, hitting them up to get their attention because, hey, man, a fantasy of you is better than the reality of somebody that I actually know. So I'd rather have that. Once, sorry about that. It's the same as, you know, when you hear a lot of these, when I listen to social media a lot, and this is why I say broken people make social media entertaining. There are people that I've seen more often now in social media that have regurgitated stories about what's going on in life and in the world. And me as a person who just, I'm just a regular person who's been around the block. I can tell that's not your life, but I know why you saying it because people gravitate to it. You know, you talking about rejection, but you don't approach nobody, and I can tell you don't approach nobody. You talking about heartache, but you ain't never put yourself out there to be broke, to be hurt in the first place. But you talking about heartache. You ain't had a real heartache, but I know you talking about it because what? People listen to that. And the worst part about it is, you know, the internet is just like, uh, I can say it this way. The internet is a place where you can catfish your struggles. That's what it is. Social media has become, you know, ground zero to catfish your struggles. You can lie about all the struggles you never faced, but you heard other people, put some music to it, talk about it on the internet, and boom, you got a bunch of people who got a sympathetic ear and feel the same way because they say they broken too. But just like you got a catfish struggle, you got a catfish struggle listener because it's entertaining. That's the world. That's the world we live in right now. But we won't deal with that reality. I don't. If I lie to you, you love me. If I tell you the truth, you hate me. Who cares? Everything is an issue now. If you got to teach a man how to walk, what does that tell you? That doesn't say anything about the man who wants to teach you how to walk. That means he peeped a thing in society where he can scam you knowing that you're a bunch of men that don't know how to walk. That's a problem. And the crazy part about it is, what is a walk going to change? Right. See, you got people with a superiority complex on social media, acting like they better than everybody. But you can see them when you see them on camera. You can see they insecure about something because they doing too much. But guess what? It's entertaining too. Because there are people who can see the insecurity and see the superiority complex and say that's what I want to be too. I feel low about myself, so you know what? You know, I feel like I'm better than everybody too. It gives me confidence. Whatever. But it's social media. It's entertaining. Not to mention, in a lot of different aspects. Um, you have people riding waves because they want to be a part of something, because they broke and they feel they're alone in the world. So I need to be a part of this movement, this wave, this thing, because I need something to that makes me feel important. And then at the same time, you got people on the flip side who are anti every wave and every movement because they need something to hate. Because if they don't have something to hate, they don't know how to live their life. So that's what they're on social media for, finding more things to hate. Broken people make social media entertaining. And society is broken. So you just putting society on social media because everybody has an opportunity, to speak their piece. Everybody has that opportunity now. You can speak your mind as long as you got a phone. So you see people going live all day long. Some people are saying some great stuff. Some people are doing absolutely nothing. But guess what? Hey, it's social media. People just trying to find a lick. I've seen all kinds of stuff. People are looking for something to feel better. Yeah, I actually can blame 'em. I can. I'm an old school person. And the reason and it might sound weird that I say that like that, fam, but most of these people aren't broken by anything but their own minds. Life, it wasn't life that did it. It wasn't their family, it wasn't their friends, it wasn't their teachers. They just had an overinflated ego. They've been living in la la land. So what broke them is reality. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now. That's a problem. There, I really do have a I really people who are actually broken for real reasons. I am not a fan of dissing people who something it was something in their life that really broke. But most people, nothing. Your issue ain't real because I said it before. A lot of y'all have been catfishing. Y'all struggle. Y'all been catfishing. Y'all brokenness. Y'all just making up stuff. It's not. This is not what it. Social media. People who got real stories. Y'all don't want to hear that. Social media is gangster rap before 50 Cent. And if y'all don't know that a lot of gangster rap was a bunch of people talking gangster, but it really didn't have a history of backing it up or any street stuff ever happening to him. When 50 Cent came out, he was like, oh, he was actually in the streets. He did getting beef with people. He is beefing with people now. He did get shot. Oh, so the street stuff did happen to him. So then it made all your other favorite gangster rappers not look so gangster. You get what I'm saying? So now this is what I'm saying about, the brokenness on social media. It's all entertainment. It's all entertainment. So now we gotta play this. I'm not saying we gotta, but you have this thing going on where people don't wanna don't wanna really say what's really going on. Because being honest can end your issue. But if you ain't gonna never be honest, you always got an issue. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's entertaining. It's sad, but it's gonna be entertaining. Like, and I'm gonna tell you this. Uh, I knew it was getting bad years ago. So I got friends. Oh, my dog tripping. I got friends that are younger than me, and one of my friends, we had a conversation, and she wound up telling me. She said, "Yeah, I knew when young women would start giving wouldn't give you their phone numbers, but they give you their Instagram because they didn't want to talk to you, you know, and it expanded so they get a subscriber, but they don't want to holler at you. But then it expanded to guys seeing girls on Instagram and liking them, and then they see them in real life and they DM them instead of walking up on them and talking to them. And then the girls thinking that was weird. So I say that to say they tell you, be careful about meeting your heroes. And I'm not calling people, because you're on Instagram a hero. But I'm saying what happens in life is when somebody makes themselves like a page or something on social media, they become a thing, an entity, right? And then you want to see them, but then when you see them, you're not sure if you want to see them because are they really what you've been fantasizing about? Are they really that real thing that you see? Are they really that? And it's like, I don't want to break my heart. you know. So now, yeah. So now it's all a wish. It's all a childish wish of what could it possibly be, and that's not real, man. And it might sound crazy, but like I've seen people. Like I remember I've been I go to the gym a lot, but I remember being in the gym and people recognize me from YouTube, and I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you. I'm like, yeah, you know, my wife, she when we first met, she was like, "Are you da 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 da?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" Because people separate social media from real life. But what I've learned over the years is there's a reason, there's a reason why the broke broken people make social media entertain. I'm sorry. There's a reason why broken people make social media entertaining. It's because if I can entertain you by being the crash out that you want to be, I can get some money out of that. Blue Marvel talked earlier. He commented earlier about the people doing pranks. You pranking people is a problem. I was watching earlier Adonis live. He's a brother from New York that does the videos in London because he since he's been a kid, he's been traveling back and forth from the UK and New York. So then there's the whole conversation of you black Americans don't have a culture and you don't know this and you don't know that. He's like, yo, y'all emulating us, and it's the whole thing going on, right? And you know what the answer is? Absolutely not. So now you see this thing where you having broken people have broken conversation. Broken people have broken people conversations. What do you think? Was entertaining. Got to bring it up again. What was entertaining about Kevin Samuels? Broken people. It was entertaining. Broken people, delusional as all get out. One after the other, after the other, after the other. That's why people watch Kendra G. Broken people, one after the other, after the other, after the other, with no sign of what is going on. Some of the things people like me who now I do, I don't try to do reaction content. I just do what they call like evergreen content, but now I use things to show people, an example of what I wanted to talk about. But it's the same thing, same ballpark as reaction, you know, but it's broken people doing broken stuff. And people have an understanding of why this is an issue. But the issue itself is entertaining. And what I'm about to say is gonna be cold blooded. That's why people have all this relationship talk. But if you get in a relationship and it's boring, all of a sudden you don't want a relationship no more because you need excitement. You know why? Because you need a story to say you got broken. That's why you see more dysfunctional relationships on social media than you see functional because the people who are living happier than most, they're not trying to entertain you. They just living a life. They don't have to bring all their issues everywhere they go. You see it over and over again. That's why you have people. That's why you have the issues with like just say like Suki Hana and Cardi B and stuff on social media. Even on the flip side, you got the stuff like that goes on with Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't want to be. It's the brokenness. That's why when you look at things like the Breakfast Club. You can tell you're gonna make fun of broken stuff. Nobody wants to say, "Hey, man, this person is doing good." How often do you hear a good news report? Even, even me in the black sector of black people, how often do you hear, "Hey, man, such and such did a great thing today. Such and such did a great thing today. Such and such did a great thing today." You're not gonna hear that 5 days in a row. It's gonna be hard to find people who make that content to hear that 5 days in a row. And that's not just in our community, that's in every community, worldwide on social media. People aren't going around saying, "Hey, man, I saw a guy walk an elderly lady across the street. I saw somebody, who couldn't pay for their groceries. I saw somebody pay for their groceries because it's rough out here." People not saying that. You know what people are doing? People are getting on social media saying that they're helping people to make a video to make money. That's broken. "Hey, man, I'm gonna give you some money. I just want, yeah, let's put some music to it. Yeah, man, everybody, I look, ooh, look, I just gave this person $1,000. If a person is doing bad and you give them a bunch of money, they don't want to be on camera because they're doing bad. Have some respect for that. If you really want to help them, and then say off camera, "Yeah, I made somebody's day." Let them decide if they want to be on camera after the fact. Don't do something and have it all on camera for a show, because that's exploiting somebody's brokenness. But I guess it's entertaining. It's entertaining. It's, "Oh, he helped somebody. He helped." Eh, not cool. And I get it though, because there've been so many people in the past who swear to God they help people, and they just been lying through their teeth. I get it, but most people who going through it do not want to be on camera, because even when it hits them in their heart and they start crying because it's genuine, they don't want to be on camera that vulnerable. Just because somebody, that's not encouraging. That's not encouraging. As a person who been homeless before, not encouraging. I don't need you to put me on camera and say, "Hey, man, I see you doing bad. Here you go." It's the same thing. I'm and even when I go on the other side of that, hi, the same videos on social media. What do you do for a living? Oh, seeing you hopping out of a Rolls Royce. Yeah. What do you do? Where did you make your first money? Oh, hi. You walking down the street. Where did you live at? Oh, how much is your loft? Or how much is your home? How much do you pay a month? Oh, $8,000 a month. And can we see your apartment? That is really some bullshit. Now you selling fake dreams to people because you paying rich people to be on your thing, to say how to give you a rich thing, because they all this is a promotion commercial. So you're promoting the people who want to quote unquote inspire. It's no different than the church, in prosperity preaching. So let me fake give you some hope. Stop. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Same thing with some of you young cats out here. Uh, uh, when I talked about people crashing out, it's no reason. It is really no reason whatsoever that y'all getting on social media with these ski masks on. The minute you get on social media with ski mask on, I already know you got a problem. I already know you got a problem. Because if you didn't have a problem, you know, you would know that's crazy. Just for the record, you know, it's you know, and that's the hyper stuff. Same thing. I say this the same thing with you when I say people out here with these gun nuts all on social media. When I go outside, This is my gun when I go here. This is my gun when I go to the movies. This is my gun when I go to the gas station. This is my gun when I, you know, when I take a road trip. This is my gun when I go to work. This is my tactics of shooting somebody. I know y'all been watching John Wick and y'all really think y'all killers like that, but you crazy and you broken if you gotta bring a gun with you everywhere on the possibility that you gonna get in the shootout. You're a nutcase. You're no different than when people talk about, police getting a badge and feeling like they got power and just going overboard. You're no different. Oh, when I go out, I got this gun with I need an extra, I need 30 in the clip. It's like, bruh, stop. You out here swearing that you got all these tactics to kill somebody for entertainment. I ain't just talking about people who are thugs. It's the same, it's no different. The stereotype is the same from what I see. It's gonna be a skinny black dude, or fat, a skinny young. If he's young, he gonna be young and skinny, a young skinny black dude who got these guns. If he older, he gonna be a fat black dude, maybe with a beard now. Same thing with the white dudes. Super fat white dude with a beard and trying to talk tough. And it's like, oh, you gotta understand, they even make, they're making gun holsters now for people who got big pot belly stomachs because it's uncomfortable to carry their gun, because they can't lose no weight. I guess it's that. So you broke it because the highlight of your day is ways to shoot somebody. I gotta be prepared for what? Exactly. And I'm not saying you shouldn't carry a gun. I'm a gun owner and all that other stuff. Like, I get it. But but this I've had, you know, and I've had these experiences with people where when, in my job I would sometimes I have to go to people's houses and and because I'm black and I show up to your house, I've had people come to the door with machetes and guns, and I'm just and my demeanor never changed no matter who it was. Asians, whites, it's just predominantly that's who would do that. And I just be sitting there like, yeah, what up? Like, what up? Oh, I don't know. I didn't know. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. It's no different because I know people make up scenarios to make themselves a killer. Stop. So that's a whole nother thing. But broken people make social media entertaining. You know, even and I like sports. I don't even looking at. I can't even watch a lot of sports talk as much anymore because the sports talk has become a bunch of hating. You know, people who can't shoot a jump shot talking basketball. People who can't throw a jab talking box. People who can't run a slant talking football. Like, and everything is hate, 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 hate. Now, and then people who have an honest opinions that actually can make sense. So we got to entertain you by actually, hate. We got to create some drama everywhere. And that's why I say, broken people make social media entertaining because it's about drama a lot. The type of people who want drama all the time are people who really don't really have nothing going on for themselves. When when you look online and gossip is a big topic online. Gossip. I don't care if it's regular celebrity gossip all the way to political gossip. It's just gossip. That's all it is. Gossip. It makes people it makes stuff entertaining. You got young ladies saying, they over sexualize. These perverted men looking at me online, and if I could hit on Instagram, it ain't gonna take me but 10 seconds, It's gonna be a video of some woman with a butt shot twerking or walking in a store, you know, look, somebody I'm not even subscribed to. All I gotta do is scroll up or hit the home button. That's all I gotta do. You know, in a gas station corner store, with underwear on, taking pictures. It's just- And then I'm over sexualized. I'm not trying to hear. People have an issue with what's that woman's name? Queen Maker, right? And to me, it's just a broken person. Same thing. People have an issue with Charleston White. Like, huh, they know how to tap into people's brokenness. Why is it entertaining that somebody it says outrageous things? And I'm not saying everything is outrageous, but they say outrageous stuff with stuff that makes sense. But people constantly gravitate to it. Why? Because it's entertaining. Because that's what they want to hear. People like that type of stuff. People like to hear dope fiends talk like they got sense. And I'm not calling them dope fiends. I'm just saying a general sense. People like that type of stuff. You know, like people like the reunion of Mason Cameron having a podcast and doing great stuff. It's dope. But people like all the drama that go with it too. Because they gonna get at people. And some of it is just fun. And some of it is just it's out of pocket. You know. Like when I watch Gilly and Wallow, people like Gilly. Gilly's entertaining because Gilly's wild. But if Wallow tell you something, Wallow ain't told nobody nothing that was a lie yet. He talked to Young Thug about that stuff. He talked to Dirk about that stuff. And guess what happened? He been honest about everything with everybody. But Cass didn't want to listen. But you know what Cass remember most? Gilly just wilding out, doing crazy stuff. They don't remember Wallow telling, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that. You just look good right now, but it just could go bad." People don't remember stuff like that. All they remember is blowing weed and you know playing basketball and you know enjoying the Eagles and whatnot. It's crazy, but that's what social media is, you know, and it makes it entertaining. Same thing with this young lady, that's suing Lyft, because he do say she was too big to get in the car, so now it becomes a whole national story. People like why he refused. I hate to like anybody who's ever had an Uber ride before. Last time I checked, you look at people's pictures, right? People only got to give you a headshot. They only got to give you a picture of their head. They face. They ain't got to get your whole body picture. You ain't gonna know somebody that big when you pull up. That's not something you figure out. Like, so that's a thing. You know, yeah, I feel you. You know, but Wallow is dope. Wallow is both of them dope, but they fun. But people don't remember Wallow's seriousness and his professionalism like they remember, Gilly's antics now. That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying that speaks to something. I definitely get it. I like, both of them. You know, I hope the Eagles actually win the Super Bowl next week. I really do. Shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. I don't if y'all run the ball 40 times and Saquon get 200 and you get 100, you still won. Don't let nobody, Tom Brady didn't throw for 300 in um his first Super Bowl win. You ain't gotta throw for 300 in your first one. Just win. You didn't get a chance to win in college. I hope you win in the big one in the Super Bowl. Just shout out to Jalen Hurts. No hatred towards Patrick Mahomes. I think Pat Mahomes is great. I like Andy Reid. I'm glad Andy Reid is in a situation where he's been, finally looked at as one of the best coaches of all time because he been there for a while. He just didn't get all the way there with the Eagles when he was with them and Donovan. So, it's no hate, no way. No hate either way. But getting back to the topic when I say this, the reason why, this becomes an issue is once you start ingesting brokenness all the time, I know when people say, "What about solutions? When we gonna fix this? What are the solutions?" And you start to realize like, hey, people are giving solutions, right? And people go, that's not what I want to hear. Then it's a problem because guess what's gonna happen? People gave you all the solutions to fix or manage your brokenness, but they didn't entertain you in the same way that the broken people did, so you didn't listen. So you would rather be broke. Can't nobody fix that. That's why all these conversations keep happening over and over and over and over again. My new life is man, bro. My life is my life. I'm enjoying it. You know, talking about being married, it's cool. I don't have any complaints at all. My wife is a dope person. That's just how I'ma say that. She's a dope person. And now I say this. Um, and you know what? I'm gonna get into that. Uh, because of all the stuff that has gone on over the years, we've had ups and downs in life. Not me and my relationship, not me and my wife and our relationship. We've had some major ups and downs in life. If something were to happen and we had to part ways, which I completely doubt that ever happened, uh, it wouldn't be an issue because of the ups and downs we've had in life. And the reason I'm saying that is because of this. The things that we've been through as a couple, we put each other first. And I ain't talking about no just, you know, y'all had an argument. We don't even argue. We had things that happened in our lives outside of our relationship that we needed each other for. Period. Like we don't know where we'll be without each other on stuff like that. So I say that because I think sometimes even in this whole relationship thing, uh, I appreciate that. Even this whole what's up, Damon, man? Even this whole relationship conversation, I know why they have the red pill conversation for sure. And and I give people a solution. Compassionate, what's up, dog? I'm gonna give people a real solution when it comes to this relationship. Be in a relationship long enough to go through something that's outside of your relationship. Be in a relationship when you've grown long enough uh, that maybe somebody got sick or somebody got in a wreck and they needed help or somebody's parents or sibling passed away, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody's going through, a tough financial time. Be with somebody in that stuff. and let them and when and see who they are, and and be with somebody who's with you when you're going through that stuff. Because that's right, it's a lot of fair weather people out there. A lot of these relationships are fair weather. That's all this whole, you know, 100K, da 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 da. It don't mean nothing if um you get in a car wreck and you know you can't really move for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta, you know, I know a guy that I work with. He had to retire. His wife got in a car wreck while he was at work and she got paralyzed. He retired to take care of his wife. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know a young lady. Um, she's married now. She, I think she just got pregnant. They're gonna have a baby. If you ever see this, congratulations to you. I saw that. Uh, when she was when she was in school, when they met, because they met when they was young. I take that back. But when she got to college, she got shot outside of her apartment. She didn't do nothing. She just got one of them nights somebody trying to rob you. She got shot. She know where that dude stand. 'Cause she knew him before that, through that, and after that. You get what I'm saying? So, excuse me. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta be with somebody who not gonna jump ship. Some of y'all, you know, you might be with somebody, uh, they may have gained a few pounds. Help them lose it. It's all good if you know them. Cool. I've seen that before. I've seen people, this is why I said it. I've seen people almost die, and the person that they thought they loved was like, "I can't, I can't do nothing for you. You sick, be over with." I've literally seen people go to the hospital, emergency hospital run. They almost lose their life. They on the road to recovery. The person that swear to God that they thought was rocking with them left, and then when they got back on they when they got back on their feet and back together months later, we good now? It's like, we good. What are you talking about? I've seen that. I've seen people go broke, not from bad spending, from being responsible or making sacrifices for other people and helping people, and doing the right thing by people. You know what I'm saying? And when they went broke helping these people, they got left. They wasn't gonna be broke forever. And then they got back on their feet. And then the people like, oh, you up now? Mm-mm. You don't want to be around people like you don't. People don't want to, you know, people don't want to hear that, but that's what's really going on in these relationships. People want to get on somebody's team while they feel like they're winning, and that's not cool. That's not cool whatsoever. Because you got to know who, when they tell you, for better or worse, through sickness and in health. Like some of y'all don't even, I don't talk about it, but I got sick years ago. I'm still sick. Um, I guess I'm sick. Like I got Graves' disease. So my thyroid is like a thyroid issue. So some people's thyroid are regular. Most people's thyroid are regular, and then some people's go too slow, and mine goes too fast. So back when COVID hit, I thought I had COVID 'cause I was all messed up, man. I had my eye was bulging, and that came out of nowhere. But but I was hot, I was cold, I was losing weight, I was weak all the time. It was crazy. My doctor told me, "Yeah, you got Graves' disease," and the man, it's all good. But you know, during that whole process, it was all good. I had to take my medication, but you can't take it all the time. You take it to slow it down, but if I take too much, it stops from time to time. So you take too much, it'll go from overactive to normal to underactive, and then you need another medication to get you back to normal. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Um, but that's one thing. You get what I'm saying? Prior to that, I had gotten a car wreck. Uh, my car got totaled. I had you know, I like muscle cars. I had a what do you call that? Grabber blue Mustang. 5.0, whatever. Dude, it hit me on the freeway. I didn't, I couldn't really move right. My whole right side was just done. You know, shoulder to hip. I just wasn't good. So it took me about 8 months to get back completely. 'Cause it was like for 6 months I couldn't jog. I couldn't. I was limping everywhere. Um, but in that time period, I was doing things left-handed for a while. It's crazy, but I was still making content then. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't when I got in the accident, y'all didn't know. Graves' disease, you some of the old videos, you'll see the eye, so that's what that was. But I wasn't talking about that type of stuff. Every night I did a few videos on Graves' disease. I talked about the car accident and stuff like that. There's other stuff that happened, but you know, some of that happened before I met my wife now, and you know, and there are things that happened while we was together that just life. But all in all, um, y'all, like people. How can I say this? I just want people to understand that people are making content from a broken place because they want you to feel something. Sometimes people are making content because they want you to feel something because they want you to fix something. Sometimes people are making content because they want you to feel something because they're trying to get over it. And I just want people to know the difference. And that's part of why broken people make social media entertaining, because if I can tap into your emotions, like the things that people gravitate to should let you know where society stands. Like, people been saying no Diddy ever since Diddy got in that situation. But let's just say, I know I saw a clip today. He got sent to the hospital somewhere in New York or whatever. Let's just say, are you really gonna wanna say no Diddy 10 years from now when his daughters are almost adults? Like, you get what I'm saying? You really wanna do you wanna make that a national thing so his kids gotta deal with that? I don't think so. I saw somebody make they thought was a funny post. The guy was going, him and his friends was taking a flight, and he was wearing a Kobe jersey on the plane. And the dude was like, "You sure you wanna do that? Like, is it?" It's like, "Hey, bro, come on, dog." Like, I don't know who made some things. It's like, bro, why? It didn't even come off. The whole post didn't even come off super disrespectful, but it was just like, why? Because the reason I'm saying this type of stuff is it, we're not that I remember how society changed before social media. Like, um, we used to do stuff like if somebody did something good, Jordan, oh, I'm prime time, Bo. Like we would name, you know, athletes and entertainers a Denzel. We would do stuff that mimic them in a positive way. I don't see that in social media anymore. I don't see that in social media at all. I saw that more when we didn't have social media. You get what I'm saying? So when people did stuff that was dope, I saw people, you know, mimic that before social media. And when social media came, it just became all insults, right or wrong. You get what I'm saying? If somebody did something that was, you know, you got to remember, like the Jordan meme of Jordan crying was a big thing. What did Jordan do wrong? Cry because he missed Kobe? You get what I'm saying? We went from sticking our tongue out and shooting jump shots, playing in the park, to I'm gonna guess what? I'm gonna make fun of him crying because he misses his friend. But that's entertaining. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to use Diddy as an example. Oh my goodness. So now we have a thing where we're not really paying attention, like, to actual positivity like we should. My bad. You know, we're not paying attention to that. We don't think about when people, smile and have a great time, or people did something that was enjoyable. We don't have those moments anymore. When somebody's trying to have a fun moment, it might be called sassy now. You get what I'm saying? Somebody hug a person, and we have things we could talk about. You could do the thing like Dame Lillard. It's Dame time. People can still do that. I'm sure I remember some kids would do it, you know. People was, people didn't emulate Steph Curry like that. They shot them long jump shots, but they weren't really emulating Steph like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, people aren't really seeing the positive in people anymore. One of the dopest thing, and I talked about the Eagles earlier. Like when Saquon Barkley scores and he does the thing when he wows out with his arms and whatnot, you know, people you don't see people doing that. That to me that's one of the dopest things. You know, we say black excellence, but we don't. We say black excellence, but we don't reinforce the black excellence the same way we we reinforce the black negativity. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna say this. I like these social media things, right? They have the black stuff, the black art, and all that other stuff. And some of the black art, I want y'all to pay attention to something. You can find a uh, a New Jack City paint. You can find a paid in full. You can find boys in the hood paint. You can find a baby boy paint. When's the last time y'all seen a Five Heartbeats paint? When's the last you can find a Training Day paint? Can you find a paint from Boomerang? What about Coming to America? You know, like like everything, is only, you know, gangster hood stuff. It's like, come on, dog. You think a Cosby Show painting is so bad? Cool. Well, I haven't really seen a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air painting, and I haven't seen a Different World painting. Haven't seen one from Parenthood. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't seen one from In the House. See, I know these shows now. You don't see those. the positive stuff that people would have back in the day. That's hard to find, bro. It's crazy, but you can find stuff with ghosts. You see what I'm saying? I can find a ghost paint. I can find something from Power. You can't even find a family something from Family Matter. Crazy, you know. Shaft, I ain't. Ah, yeah, I don't know. Which one we talking about? I've seen one with Samuel L. Jackson. Seen one of those, but I'm making, I get it. I'm making these references. Go, hey man, we don't think about the positivity. We don't think about the fun stuff, like the cool stuff. We have things in Black America that we love and enjoy. Y'all don't, y'all. I don't even think they got I don't even think they got a drum line painted, and that, a Stump the Yard, and people act like we didn't watch those movies. Cut it out. Yeah, Richard Roundtree, I don't think so. I ain't seen one. I ain't seen. We gotta, you definitely see the Ali paintings, right? And that was the '60s. Well, it depends on which year we talk about. Ali paintings can go from the '60s, '70s. I don't really think they may have an '80s one too, you know, but you don't see that, and that's sad, bro. You know, nobody thought about it. Um, with all of this AI, how often do you see like dope AI I've seen some paintings of dope AI of us as a people, but we're not gravitating to that. I'm gonna tell you like straight up. My wife likes stuff like that, like positive stuff like that. I don't even know. I think it's got to be a black owned company. It's a company called like Melanista, and they make these purses and wallets and bags for women and whatnot, and they have like these dope, uh, what is it? Paintings of black women. So and you could personalize them and all that stuff. And they had the clothes and stuff. Like when I see um, actively black. I think it's active black. It's active black on social media. I don't see people gravitate to that like they should. They got the Wakanda track suits. They got the Allen Iverson tracksuits. The Allen Iverson's one got one black sleeve and one white sleeve because he would wear the sleeve on his arm. It's personalized. Allen Iverson on that joint. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude that makes is it staccato or something like that. He's on Instagram. He does a whole lot of hip hop like action figure sculptures. I've seen him one with Biggie, Ghostface, MF Doom. Like I don't see, there's a brother who does he makes shoes. Oh, rock, God dog it. Something rock, like deep rock or something like that. Dope color patterns. Like I don't see us really chopping it up like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like some of y'all don't realize, like sometimes I'll be wearing these hats. I wear hats all the time. If you notice, some of my videos, I kind of wear the same two hats. One that says 21 and one that says 42. One's a Jackie Robinson hat, the other is a Roberto Clemente. Do I have other hats? Yeah, I got a Grays, a Negro League Grays hat too. I got a gang of hats, but sometimes, man, you know, shouting out our people is more important. Back in the day, I'm just on a positive point. Back in the day, I used to do thumbnails with pictures. Used to always be HBCUs. I had Tuskegee, I had South Carolina State, I had Mississippi Valley. I'm missing one. You know what I'm saying? Before I did the videos in a different room, you saw it had the Malcolm X portrait in the back. Like I had I remember I had it. I would always have the Negro Manosphere plaque. Shout out to O'Shea, man. Uh, I would have these headphones in the back. They would be called Figures. Figures was an electronic company, and they make TVs, cell phones, uh, uh, blue, Bluetooth. I used to wear a Italian twine watch all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just on the strength, like because we don't, we're not bigging up each other enough. Big up people's channels. You know what I'm saying? I bought people's books. Shout out to Rhyme. If Rhyme might not know I got his book. I'm pretty sure I got Obsidian. I got Tommy Curry's. I got a few of them. I just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got Zoe Williams stuff. I remember all that stuff. I got a bunch. I got other people's stuff. But what I'm saying is, man, the wild stuff is more entertaining. But we gotta be real with each other at a certain point. Give homage to each other at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got Texas Southern stuff too. I forgot about that. I got Texas Southern stuff in the thumbnail. So it's you know we can we can be broken and talk about brokenness, but dog, we gotta you know we gotta be more entertained than that. And as this is going on, I done went over an hour. Uh, the whole time I've been on, man. Um, but did you complete which one? Not all of them. I had another book. Oh, what's his brother name? Shoot. Um, that was a dope book. Somewhere around here. It was I just forget. Fallen. Something. Oh my god, I just forgot the doggone name. There's another brother. I was bigging up his book too, man. It's like a sci. It's not a. Is it sci-fi? No, it's not sci-fi. It's man. God dang it. I, I have to go get it to find it. That was a cold book, dog. I used to hold it up and whatnot in the beginning. Damn it, I just forgot the name. Sorry. Yeah. Next time I'm on live, I'm gonna find this sucker. I'm gonna find this. Dope read. It was a dope read. But I was about to say something else. Got me. The whole time I've been on this live, all I've been getting on my phone, ironically, is like the cryptocurrency market crash. Thank you. Fall of the Immortals book. Oh my God. That book is on point. You go get that sucker on Amazon, dog. That's a dope read. Because everybody likes like it's a mix of things. It's a mix. It's like its own thing. It's like its own thing, kind of mixed with Camelot, kind of mixed, bro. You gotta. That's a book, bro. That Fall of Immortals is a dope book. That's a book that you can see, and that's part one. Um, that's a book you can see in 5, 10, 20 years. You could see that as a series, or somebody make a movie about it, just like the Stands folks. When, look up Fall of it's gonna be like burgundy. I don't know, burgundy red. Yeah, it reads like an anime movie. Like it's a dope book. Uh, I don't even want to. the character, like he did his thing with that. He did his thing with that. The character is gonna get you. He did his thing with that. I'ma just, you know what? That's top tier. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's top tier. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out. What I was trying to tell y'all, like this whole thing, it don't have the pictures, but you gonna get into it. It ain't gonna take you really. It starts off with action, so the action gonna get you as you read, and you're like, damn, like hold up, I ain't even like I don't even know all the characters yet. You already getting into it, bro. Like, hold up. So it's gonna start you off in the mix, and then it's gonna spread out and still be in the mix. It's gonna take you some places. It's gonna take you some places. It's really good. When you find out like the whole main character thing, oh dog, hey, people gonna, I'm glad he wrote that so somebody can't steal that and say it's theirs because that's his. But let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna get to my wife, man. I wanted to just make some content. I'm a little under the weather, so I wanted y'all to, get at it about this a little bit. But I done went off topic, so let me go ahead, shut it down, and I'll catch y'all the next time. So if you like, share, subscribe, catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
It looks like a job for Superman.
Do this,
Spoken from the lips of the young or the old, fear of me.
Yeah, gotta put it all in.
And they are Superman.
All the way. I guess I'm taking off the cake through the glasses in the trash. Being super is great, saving y'all is such a drag. Even God took a break, me I ain't coming back. I got one life to live, if you don't like it, that's your ass. Cause nobody saved me, cause when I'm drunk, I'm just a peon. I could use somebody just like I'm the kings of neon. This world is cold as ice, mixed with salt, mixed with freon. They got me pissed off, but that's better than being peed on. For eons, human beings took kindness for weakness. When you constipated, you start to appreciate shit. Put before you life and death, and you just gotta choose. The kryptonite life means you should follow the rules. If your credit's messed up or your bills ain't paid, then it's getting disconnected. Can't nobody say the day. And I can fly, leave a building in a single bound, but I can't stand fair weather friends, and I just fly around. My super friends is Justice League. Only folk I kick it with. Kill Lex Luthor, so what? We had to finish it. Kids play games and adults play for keeps. And me, I play to win, but I ain't playing in these streets. And life is not a joke. Then again, it ain't this serious. Superman can say the day, but God can say the Superman. Saga of the kryptonite life just ended. You enjoy listening? Man, I'll finish it. Lois, come holler at me. I got an ice couch. Thank you for coming out, listen. I knew you would like it because we made it. I'm so frigid and so fly. Okay.